6 months in Chicago. Guess what, y'all? It's been 6 months since I moved to Chicago, and I'm finally setting into a rhythm, and I want to talk about it. Let's talk about it. 6 months in Chicago. You know what that means? That means that both of us survived winter. Us West Coast kids, we just survived our first Chicago winter. And it really wasn't that bad, but we'll get into it. You already know I got my list, so I don't ramble too much, but let's get into it. Okay, let me just start with like some first impressions. I took some notes so I can read it off. I really thought I was going to be so miserable and tired and annoyed and like suffering from seasonal depression real bad this winter, but I really didn't. And I want to give all praise to these bright south-facing windows. I'm telling you, if you're going to move anywhere where you have long, cold winters, please get you some big, bright, south-facing windows. I get the sunrise. I get the sunset. It's just amazing. Like, the last apartment I lived in when I was in LA, both my windows in my living room and my bedroom faced the building next to me, so I didn't really get to see anything. And like, if I had that same setup in Chicago, I know it would have been a different story. I wouldn't have been as hyped to make this video. I would have been in my feels and my seasonal depression. But south-facing big bright windows, again, these south-facing windows, man. Make sure you move into an apartment that's got nice natural light and amazing windows where you can either see the sunset or the sunrise. Lucky for me, I can see both. So that was like my first impression. I had visited Chicago a lot before officially making this move, so I didn't have any like drastic like, oh, it's so different, oh my gosh. And also I lived in New York City for 8 years, so you just get used and acclimated to things like really easily after you've lived in New York City. So I wouldn't say anything was a bit drastic other than my winter experience was amazing. I had so much fun. I went out. I went to tons of events. I had the right winter gear. I have a North Face jacket and then another jacket, but you have to invest in a heavy coat. And I really didn't have to use my heat tech. The only time I used my Uniqlo heat tech was when I didn't feel like wearing a big coat. The big coat, folks.
The big coat, folks.
So when I didn't feel like wearing a big coat, that was when I wore a heat tech underneath whatever I was wearing because I wanted to be cute and I didn't want to wear an ugly big ass winter coat. So that was like the few. I want to say I wore my Uniqlo heat tech like maybe 3 or 4 times this winter because my big winter coats I had, they did it. All I had was a sweatshirt, my big winter coat, and I'd wear like leggings, like workout leggings, like Nike Pros underneath my pants. And so that's really all I need. And some gloves. Gloves are mandatory. You gotta have gloves. And I wore 2 pair of gloves. I had like these Nike thin gloves that I use when I work out. And then I also had the winter gloves, the big puffy muffins. No. Not muffins. Anyways, you know I'm talking about, the gloves that are big and like this. And you wave, you're like, you need those gloves. You absolutely need to wear 2 layers of gloves in the winter unless you invest in some really good expensive gloves, like leather gloves that got like thermal in them or like some kind of fur whatever in it. You have to wear gloves. So that is a mandatory. But winter wasn't that bad. And I'm a Cali girl and I hate winter, and I dealt with really bad seasonal depression when I was in New York City, but winter was a breeze. Honestly, I'm ready to do it again. Okay, cost of living. So I am paying the same amount of rent that I paid in LA. We don't need to go into those numbers, but just know I'm significantly under $2,000. What is it? What am I paying? 16. I'm paying like with all utilities and everything together, I'm like $1,750 altogether, which is great for my budget because I wanted to stay under $2,000 because you know, unemployment happens, which it did happen. I was unemployed from December to April. I just started a new job, April 13th. So from December to April, I was unemployed, and that's why I wanted to stay under 2K, because when you're unemployed and paying 2K higher rent, that's no fun. But the cost of living is significantly cheaper than New York City and Los Angeles, obviously, but groceries are still expensive. You can't get around high groceries. We're in very chaotic fascist times because of the Trump administration, and so the prices of gas and everything everything has skyrocketed. So it's not really a fair assessment to talk about like how much everything costs in Chicago, because we're not living the norm right now. We are living in complete chaos. So the prices of everything is up, but still the cost of living is significantly lower in Chicago than it is living in Los Angeles and New York City. And also, I don't have a car. I've been using public transportation. I got no problem using public transportation. I know people like to joke about, ooh, the red line gets a little scary. It do at times, so you got to keep the head on swivel. You really got to keep the head on swivel or wear a mask, because a lot of people like to smoke and we don't know what they smoking. So red line can get a little spooky at times, but I'm used to the shit. It doesn't bother me. If I need to go somewhere, I need to go somewhere. And I love that I live right next to a bus. I'm in Hyde Park, so I'm not near any trains or the CTA train, L train, but I can just take a bus, easily take the 6 train, take the 6 bus downtown. I can take the 15 to the Green and the Red Line, and it's like multiple buses I can take over to the train lines. But I usually, if I want to go to the city, to downtown, I just take the 6 or the 28, I think. There's multiple options of expressways for me to get to downtown, and then I can hop on a train, and then if I want to go to the west side, easy to go to the west side. If I want to go to the north side, easy to go to the north side. So I love Chicago's public transportation. It's clean. God of mercy. Is clean. If you've been in New York City, I'm not trying to shit on New York City at all, because New York City has significantly more foot traffic than Chicago does. So dirt and trash and grossness is expected when you have that many people walking up and down the sidewalks and subways. But Chicago is very clean, and I really like that about Chicago. Okay, my lifestyle. I'm a runner now, y'all. Like, I've been off, like in previous videos, I talked about how I've been on and off running, but I am a committed runner. I run 3 times a week, and I go to the gym 2 times a week, and I also do Pilates and yoga once a week, both of them. Yeah, I'm a runner. I be out and about. I be running on the lakefront. I love running on the lakefront. Oh my God. It's really such a like serotonin boost, a nervous system regulator, like living by a body of water. It's just so calming to the soul and to the spirit. It's just, that's probably another reason why I survived winter, because even though it was cold, I would still go on long walks by the lake. But I love the lake. Also, I've been museum hopping like crazy. I need to upload more of my museum footage to my YouTube, but Chicago is such an amazing city for museums. And I would have to say the art world is less pretentious in Chicago than is in LA, tied to Hollywood, and New York City is like the beacon, the arts world, one of the big staples of the arts world. So Chicago is definitely a lot less pretentious when it comes to artsy things. I've been doing all the artsy things. You hear me? Going everywhere. What else? Chicago is, let's talk about the pace. Obviously, the pace is significantly slower than Los Angeles. Significantly slower than New York City, but also I would have to say, compared to LA, I don't know what it is compared to LA. I think it feels a little bit slower because I'm not stuck in traffic all day long and I'm not driving, so I'm taking public transportation. It's a little bit slower than Los Angeles because Hollywood and the music and movie industry is not wrapped up in the city, but I would say it's not significantly slower, but it is a little bit slower in LA, strictly because no Hollywood and I'm not driving and stuck in traffic 24/7. And that, we be vroom vroom out in LA. We be speeding out in LA, so I'm not doing that in Chicago. Let's see what I didn't expect. I want to say the weather mood swings. I know the Midwest be having some weird weather, but wow, it'll be 70 one day, 15 the next day, thunderstorm, hail, sunshine, all in one day. One day we had rain, thunder, lightning, hail, high winds, and sunshine. And I'm just not used to that craziness. Like, give me two out of the 4 or 5. In Chicago, you will get every type of weather in one day. And that is just something I'm not used to, and my immune system is not used to. So one thing I do have, I always have a runny nose, and that's because the weather is going up and down, up and down. But now that it's April and we're heading towards the middle of spring and headed towards summer, I know the weather's going to be more consistent. We're probably going to get some more up and downs until like the end of May, but hot, rain, snow, freezing cold the next day, it's a lot. It's a lot. but we move. All right, so has it been worth it? Absolutely. I love Chicago. I am so glad I moved here. Love Chicago. I love the people. I love the food. I love where I live. I am so happy I moved here. And a part of me wishes that I moved to Chicago like earlier. But you know, divine timing. And I'm where I'm supposed to be. So I really, really love Chicago. My dog loves Chicago. He loves the neighborhood we're in. He loves all the doggies that he gets to see all around. I'm in love with the city. I just love the city so much. It's just, and there's so much to do. Oh my gosh, 420 weekend is coming up. It's overwhelming how many events there are. If people come to Chicago and say it's boring, that means they're boring. Chicago is not boring at all. Like, you're a boring person if you come here and say Chicago is boring. Sorry, there's so much to do for so many different interests. And I need to I'll be RSVPing for everything. I got a friend who sends me all these events. Cheers to you, Cass. But I'll be RSVPing to everything, and there's just so much, and I just love. Let's talk about friends and dating. I got Chicago friends, y'all. I got Chicago homegirls. And that's important. When you move to a new city, the boys get to lying. When they know you're fresh and you're green into a new city, the boys get to lying. So that's why I'm really happy about my core group of Chicago homegirls. I can check in with them and be like, yo, do you know this person? Do you know this girl? Do you know this guy? Are they wildin'? Are they, on some crazy tip? Are they cool and they can chill? I got some folks I can check in with, because when I lived in New York City, I found myself dating the community D. And I did not know I was dating a community D, because I didn't have any New York City friends at that time, early in my move to New York City, to be like, yo, do you know this person? Yo, do you know? Little fact check. But I got Chicago homegirls. I can do some fact checks, because we are not dating community D. We're not going through that hell again. But I haven't really put myself out there yet when it comes to dating in Chicago. I'm really not a fan of apps. I might hop on Raya again, because I was on Raya in LA and there was just not enough black people. There was barely any black people on that app. So I was like, bye. But I think I'm thinking about joining Raya in Chicago, or maybe I'll try it in other cities, but maybe I'll hop on that app. Or maybe I'll hop back on the Field app so I can find me some queer folks, find me a girlfriend, find me a boyfriend. But yeah, I haven't really put myself out there when it comes to dating. I've been flirting at parties and stuff, but I've been just really focused on me and getting my foot in the dirt when it comes to Chicago. But this summertime shy. I'm trying to go on all the dates. I'm trying to do all the things. Speaking of summertime shy, yo, I am so excited for summertime shy. Everybody's you're going to have so much fun. You're going to have so much fun. Summertime shy is the best. And it's just I'm so excited. Yacht Week, music festivals, the multiple Black Yacht Weeks. Music festivals, food festivals, food in general. I'm about to eat everything. I plan on doing a series called Eating Around the World, via Chicago, because there's so many different types of food, cultural foods, and I'm just really excited to get that content series started. I should be starting that soon anyways, because the weather's warm and now I want to be outside and now I want to go places and travel. But summertime shy is about to be crazy. It's about to be crazy. What else do we want to talk about? Yeah, I'm in love with Chicago. Miss Chicago Marie. I like you, girl. I like you. I'm invested. But at the same time, I still want to move out of the country, and I can definitely see myself maybe in the winter, Brazil, Panama, Ghana, various places with Black folks. And then when the weather warms up, coming back to Chicago, I can see that for myself, because I want to know what it's like to live abroad. I want to know what it's like to fully decolonize my brain outside of the American sphere. I want to know what life is like living outside of this country. Hopefully I can be a bi-coastal, bi-country girl, or whatever you want to call that. But Chicago, I love you, girl. talk about a few of my favorite parts of the city to go to, because I still haven't been all over, but obviously I love Hyde Park. I love South Shore. Unfortunately, South Shore is being heavily gentrified, and them people are trying to buy up South Shore, so I hope that doesn't happen. Bronzeville is beautiful. I love the restaurants. I love the Black Wealth. Kenwood too. I love walking through Kenwood. Oh my gosh, the beautiful houses. I gotta make a video of just like the beautiful homes in Kenwood, because I'm manifesting an artist residency in Kenwood. We're living in a big home, multiple different artists. My part of the artist residency is documenting and photographing like all the artists that are part of the artist residency. So that's what I'm manifesting. Why is it so damn hard to say residency? Tongue twister. Anyways, okay, so I like, yes, obviously Hyde Park. I like Woodlawn. I just like everything that's like by the lakefront. Bronzeville, love it. When it comes to Uptown, when it comes to the north side of Chicago, I love Uptown. There's so much food. There's so much different food in Uptown. I could definitely see myself living in Uptown because of the diversity. I like Rogers Park. Rogers Park is another diverse area in Chicago. That's where all the Jamaican food are. I haven't had Jamaican food in Rogers Park yet. I haven't had Jamaican food at all in Chicago yet. I'm a little nervous. But I need to get on that. I need to eat my food. In Hyde Park, there's 3 Jamaican restaurants that I haven't been to yet, but I'm gonna go soon, and I'm a judge them food. But yeah, so I do love Wicker Park. I love the fact that all the thrift stores are over there, and thrift stores in rich areas, you'll find some good stuff. I need to explore the West Side. That's what I need to explore. That's territory I haven't really explored yet, except for one coffee shop I went over there. But I really do need to explore the West Side more, so I can find some faves in the West Side area. I know it's a big black population out west. But I need to venture out west a little more. So Chicagoans, tell me where I need to go on the West Side, because I'll be there. I mean, downtown is downtown. Downtown is beautiful. Downtown Chicago is, oh my God. Woo. Chicago's downtown eats. Man. It's just beautiful. The skyline is beautiful. The lake area is beautiful. Downtown Chicago is just, I love going over there. And it's clean. But yeah, those are the areas that I like. But I know y'all want to see what I've been up to. So let me stop doing all this yapping, because I can yap for days. Let's get into where the hell I've been.
Okay, yeah. Hey, D-Lo, cut that shit up. Come on, outside with some pretty bitches that don't know how to act. We be acting bad off liquor, all we do is throw it back. Shaking ass on top of cars, know I'ma fuck around a cat. All I hang around is baddies,
All gone. Smashed it. But I'm gonna take these bad boys home. Friday, what are you taking home? Everything. Take that home. We got some leftovers to go. Okay, so what did you think you're the food? Rate it out of 10.
An 8.
8 out of 10?
Strong 8.
We the biggest brats, little boy on top cars, yeah, on top cars, shake your butt on top cars, yeah, on top cars, on top cars, on top cars, shake your butt on top cars, on top cars, on top cars, yeah, on top cars, shake your butt on top cars, yeah, on top cars, on top cars, on top cars, shake your butt on top cars. Outside with some pretty bitches that don't know how to act. We be acting bad off liquor, all we do is throw it back. Shaking ass on top cars, know I'ma fuck around a cat. All I hang around is baddies, we the biggest.
We're here today because Black Girls in Art Spaces is hosting a Chicago meetup, and we're doing a partnership with Food Before Love. So we're just going to be convening today, enjoying the art, to enjoy that diasporic, which is the exhibit, and then going over to Dope Drip Cafe to get a bite to eat and talk about art.
As you can tell, I've been around. I'm a young hoe at heart, an auntie and a young hoe. If there's anything I forgot to talk about, just put it in the comments and I'll talk about it in the next video, because I don't know. I was really excited to make this video because I love Chicago so much. Am I saying you should move here? No, Chicago is full. Rent is rising. The summer's too hot. People get shot up every day. Don't move to Chicago. Don't move here. Chicago's full. Don't move here. Chicago's full. Don't move here.